All right, thank you, Treasure, for agreeing to meet with me today. I know the last time we talked, you had some issues that you were wanting to discuss and some concerns about um, the way some of the students were treating you, some of the things that they were saying, hurting your feelings, calling you names. Tell me about what's been going on.
Well, it was just whenever me and these people we were talking, and they were making fun of the way I look
Mm-hmm.
and how I dressed and my height and how I was different from them. And they were just saying like I was too tall. I was tall for nothing. I couldn't play any sports. Um, I get my clothes from Goodwill, and they called me a monkey and a giraffe. And they said during basketball season we were running up and down the court, I looked like a giraffe going down the court.
Okay.
I just looked weird, and I had a long neck, stuff like that.
What kind of mean things, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me, because we talked about it. Tell me how you've been doing since then.
Since then, I've stuck up for myself, and nobody's really been bothering me no more. And whenever someone does say something, I say something back, and then they leave me alone.
Hmm. Okay. Now I hear you saying that you're taking up for yourself more. Okay. What does that look like? What does that?
I'm not mean with it. I just be like, that's not cool. Don't
Okay.
talk to me like that. And they'd be like, I'm sorry, Church, I didn't mean like that. I was just playing with you. And I
Okay.
was like, well, don't do it next time.
Okay. So you're letting them know that you don't appreciate it, huh? Okay. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel better now because my mom's been saying since third grade to grow some skin, grow a backbone. And that I feel like I've accomplished and I've actually met my goal.
Very good. Very good. And I like when you say it makes you feel like you've accomplished something. So now you don't have to worry about that anymore. You can actually tell them, hey, it doesn't matter anymore. There's nothing you can say to me or do to me that's going to tear me down, right? I'm very proud of you for that. And I feel very confident that you would be able to handle yourself. I mean, you're a little different in that you're somewhat a little more mature than the other students, and you're very sensitive. I get that. Am I right with that? Okay.
Yes.
But at the same time, you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but you don't want your feelings to be hurt. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm very proud of you for sticking up for yourself. Good. All right. This week, well, actually last week, we talked about preparation for high school.
Look,
Tell me about your feelings, and I'm just jotting down a couple of notes, so I'll have them to refer to. But tell me how you feel about high school.
well, I'm ready, but my cousin said that they're gonna be other upperclassmen up there with us, so I'm like nervous about that. And I'm nervous how the teacher's gonna react to me. And then I'm kind of happy too because the high school I'm going to, my NC Grace there.
Okay. All right. So you are nervous, and then I hear you say that you're happy, and then your aunt works there, so you'll have some familiarity. You can kind of see her and know that everything is
Then my
all
other
right.
cousin, she's higher. She's going to 11th grade when I'm in 9th grade. And then my cousin that goes to Thompson, he's coming.
Okay, so you've got family. You've got family. Okay, well, it shouldn't be too bad. I remember last week while we were going over the PowerPoint for rising ninth graders, you had a lot of questions,
Yes.
and you were really concerned about registering for your classes and getting your units and your credits and everything for graduation. Now that we're kind of one-on-one, do you have any questions or concerns that maybe I didn't answer in front of the group or you thought about and you want to ask today?
About the locker situation and how to get to class. Like, here we go to our locker, like we change classes.
Mhm.
But my cousin said that you have to carry your book bag with you and just go straight. So you don't use your locker at all.
Well, one good thing about the high school is you do get to carry your backpack. You will be assigned a locker. Everybody will have a locker, but it's going to be up to you, how much you utilize that locker. You may have a class in A building, which it may be close to the cafeteria. Your second period class may be in M building, which is in the back of the school. Your next class may be in C building. Then you may have drama in another building. So if you know that you've got all those classes and they're spread out everywhere, you may want to get everything you need for at least those classes, those 4 classes maybe. because you may not have a chance to go, to your locker and then to class, because you only have 5 minutes to get there. And it's going to be so many people. The hallways are definitely smaller than our hallways here, so it's going to be congested. And that's just an added pressure if you're like, oh man, I'm running late, I don't have all my stuff. So my advice to you would be to put everything in your book bag until you learn your schedule. That way you'll have everything, okay? And then you can start practicing, going to your locker and trying to figure out how much time you have in between. All right, so that'll cut down on some of the stress. All right, that was a good question. Do you remember how many units you have to have in order to graduate?
24.
24 units, right. Do you plan on taking ROTC?
I wanted to focus on PE and
Okay.
agriculture.
And that's fine. That's fine. A lot of the students, when they get there, some of them, decide that ROTC is, what they want to do. Because remember, it takes place of your PEs. But, with you being athletic, as athletic as you are, it may be better for you to go the physical ed route, which is fine. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss? I know today during homeroom, when we go back, we'll be given our registration forms. And remember, your academic part will already be filled out for you. You just have to fill out what?
The not the connections, but
Okay.
the electives.
Electives, right. We call them connections in middle school. At high school, they call them electives, right. Okay, so you do get a say-so. But what you don't have a say-so in is your academics. Okay? All right, well, I wanted to talk to you and just kind of see how things are going for you. This Thursday, we will be visiting the high school, so I know you're excited. We do get a chance to hear from the principal and see the band perform and different things. But I wanted to make sure, you were okay, because I know you were, you had a lot of questions, and you're really nervous. But trust me, you'll be okay. You'll be there with a lot of the ninth graders that you probably already know, from other schools. So it's not like you're going to be there on your own. Just find out where your classes are, get to your classes on time, and just be yourself. Relax. It's a great time. Okay? All right. Do you have any other questions or concerns?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. All right. Thank you again for meeting with me.
Yeah.